Alright, hey guys. So yesterday we talked about inscribed angles and central angles in class. So now let's go ahead and talk about more on inscribed angles. Please go ahead and get you a calculator. You can get one from Walmart for $13. This half of the year is very, very important. We're going to be kicking up EOC review and learning the rest of the things we need to learn so we can be successful on the end of course exam. The standard we're going to look at is identify and describe relationships among inscribed angles, radii, chords, tangents, and secants. What you're going to learn is what an inscribed angle is, what an arc is, what a major arc is, and what a minor arc is, and what a semicircle is. So your homework for tonight is day 3, week of January 14, and that's going to be angles outside of the circles. So let's talk about what an inscribed angle is. So if I have a circle, an inscribed angle can be an angle the angle that sits right here is called an inscribed angle, and an intersecting arc of that angle is this arc in red here. So if I call this point A, this point B, and this point C, then if I have this as X, let me put that in orange, this is X, then out here the arc would be the intersecting arc, which is BC, would be 2X. And the symbol for arc is this, so I want to say the measure of arc BC, and that's a curve, equals 2X. Alright, that's how you write that arc. Another way you can see an inscribed angle is it's normally made by two chords where the vertex lies on the circumference. My circumference here is orange. And here, there we go. Here's another example of an inscribed angle. That would be this angle right here. If I call this A, this B, and the vertex right here is C, then the intersecting arc there would be right here, and that angle here would be the X. So I would call this X and this part here 2X. So those are two examples of inscribed angle, and the measure of that arc there would be 2X. Alright, so let's keep this going. Alright, so this first question says, use the given figure to find the measures of X, Y, and Z. And then the second question says, determine if the arcs are minor or major. So here I am going to do some investigation. Well, if I notice here in blue, this is an inscribed angle because the vertex of the angle is on the circumference of the circle. And the rule tells me that if this is 60, then I double it to get the intersecting arc. So the intersecting arc here is going to be 120. So I would say X equals 60 times 2, which is 120. And because 120 is greater than 180, then that is what we call a major arc. All arcs greater than 180 are major arcs. Alright, so now I need to go and find Y. So Y is an angle right here, all right, and its intersecting arc is right here at 140. And I'm going to draw in green the inscribed angle, which is here. There is my inscribed angle. So if the intersecting arc is 140, then I take half of that to get the inside angle. So Y is 140 divided by 2, which is 70. And this arc right here, 140, is a major arc because it is greater than 180. So this is a major arc. All right, I need to find one more, and that would be Z, and it's the intersecting arc of this inscribed angle right here. Yeah, I'll leave it as yellow. That's the inscribed angle in the, I'm going to do the intersecting arc in blue. The intersecting arc here is blue. But I have a problem. They didn't tell me this angle, but I do know some stuff. So if I look here, I know that this is 70 and this is 60, and there's 180 degrees in a triangle. So if I do to get this angle, all I have to do is 180 minus 60 plus 70, which is 130. And so this angle right here is 50 degrees. So my little angle here is 50 degrees. And now it's intersecting arc, which is Z. Since this vertex lies on the circle, that yellow is an inscribed angle. So this inscribed angle, if this is 50, then the intersecting arc is going to be double that. So that means Z equals 50 times 2, which is 100. And that is a major arc. Well, not a major, but that's a minor arc because it's less than 180. That's a minor arc. Okay, so we solved all of that problem. Okay, so let's go to the second example. Here it says find the missing angle. So we got to find the missing angle here. And after we do that, what is the intersecting arc of the angle? So we're going to find that part. And what is the arc? Oh, is the arc a minor arc or a major arc? And then we're going to explain why. Okay, so I got to go in here and dig in and find the angle that I'm working with. So this is the angle, that's the vertex. And here is the angle that I'm working with. So that is some type of inscribed angle. And I'm going to put the intersecting arc here in green. So I can go ahead and answer number 2. The intersecting arc is ZT. And make sure you put the arc symbol on top of it. And I need to find this angle. So I have to do some thinking here. Well, here's what I do know. This is the center of the circle. And this line right here is the diameter. And there are 360 degrees in a circle. So therefore, this, I'm going to highlight it. From here to here is a semicircle. And this has 180 degrees. Well, I already know that this piece right here is 120. So if I do to get this piece, then I do 180 minus 120, which leaves this piece right here to be 60. So I found that intersecting arc, so no problem. I can find the angle now. So if I know that the outside of this is 60 and this is an inscribed angle, so all I have to do to get the measure of angle, so the measure of angle ZRT, Z to R to T, that's this piece right here, that's the angle in between, is going to be 60 times 2, which is 120. And we found the missing angle to be 120 degrees. Uh-oh, not 120. Okay, so I made a mistake, and that's a typical mistake people make. Well, the rule tells me that this is 60 out here. So I do half of this. And here's how I remember it. What I do is I notice that the arc is bigger than the angle. So this angle has to be smaller than that arc. So I'm going to do 60 divided by 2, which is 30. So the measure of this angle here is 30 degrees. And I know I'm right because if I double this, I get 60. All right, now the last question. So I found this to be 30. And the last question said, is the arc a major arc or a minor arc, and why? So 30 is what we would call a minor arc because it is less than 180 degrees. So there we go. And we are done. So you go ahead, finish up the rest of these problems, and I will see you guys in class tomorrow. Bye.